Okay, student, good morning. Today we are going to discuss chapter 8, bond variation. So first, I'd like to make a link between the following three chapters. So chapter 8, we are going to discuss bond variation. Chapter 9, stock variation. Chapter 10, project variation. All right, I hope students you might consider the three chapters together because they are related, highly related. All right. After the discussion, I hope students you may understand the similarity and the differences of them. Right. So all the three chapters, they are discussing two issues. One, variation of asset or project. Right. So bond and the stock, they are financial asset project. Right. So the similarity is clear. All of them will bring investor the future money, the money in the future. All right. So all of them will bring us the money in the future. So the first question is valuation, the value of the asset or the project. Right. So you need to remember our time value of money, how to move the future money to today. This is valuation. The second question is management of asset or project. For me, the second question is easy. After we know the value, management is easy. The idea is simple. If the value is higher than price or higher than cost, we buy or we accept. On the other hand, if the value is lower than price or cost, we sell or reject the project. All right. So the key is variation. All right. So we are going to show you bond variation, stock variation, project variation in the following three chapters. Right. So let's follow our PowerPoint slide, chapter 8, bond variation. So we have 6 topics for chapter 8. All right. Today, I hope to cover the first 3 topics. All right. So what are the bond? We will give you the definition of the bond, right? And the different types of bond. The next question is how to value the bond, the variation of the bond. The third question is how to calculate the bond yield. So yield is a terminology in finance. Yield is return, in particular, percentage return. All right, the return of the bond. Right. Okay, so let's do the first topic. What are the bonds? So we are giving you, we will give you the definition of the bond. So for me, bond is a contract, like a paper contract, right? It's a financial asset. So bond is a contract between two parties. One is the investor, for example, us, right? Investor. And the other is a company or a government. So company and the government, they are the bond issuer. And investor, they are the bond buyer, right? Next. So you are the investor. So you give the money to the company and the government. So government or company borrow the money from investor today. Then they will return the money to the investor. All right. So on the contract, you can see the payment to the investor. Right. So this is the next slide. So a bond will contain 3 key items. That means the payment to the investor. All right. 1, par value, usually $1,000. So par value is a lump sum payment on the maturity date. So bond will have a maturity date, right, or the life of the bond. Par value is a lump sum payment on the maturity date. So second point, or second item is the length of time. That means the maturity date. Could be either 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. All right. Finally, a coupon interest rate. So in addition to the par value, the lump sum payment, another payment to bond investor is coupon. Right? And we have coupon interest rate. Right? Later on, I will explain the difference between dollar coupon and the percentage coupon. Right? Coupon interest rate is percentage coupon. Right? Okay, so you can see the bond will contain the 3 key items. This is about payment to the bond investor, the par value, the lump sum payment on the maturity date. Another payment is coupon. We use a coupon interest rate to calculate coupon. The third item is the length of time. That means the maturity date of the bond, right? So today, company or the government borrow the money from the investor. Next, the company or government, they need to pay coupon every period and par value on the maturity date. Right. So this is a key definition of the bond. Next, we are going to show you different types of the bond. All right. So for me, the first type of bond is government. So we have government security, so government bond. And for the government bond, we have short-term government bond, long-term government bond. All right. So about the short-term and the long-term, I hope students you remember our definition. So short-term, shorter than 1 year. Long-term, longer than 1 year. Right. So first we discuss the short-term government bond or the treasury note. So treasury means government, note short-term government bond. Right. So short-term discount security, right, at the face value on maturity. So pay no coupon, still at discount, pay the par value at maturity. So the P0 bond price, 0 means today. Bond price today is lower than par value, $1,000 on maturity day. Right. So this is my way to remember the idea. So this is short-term bond, short-term government bond. Short-term bond will have no coupon, only one payment, the lump sum payment, $1,000, the par value on the maturity day. So short-term, for example, 1 year. So 1 year from now, you are a bond holder, you are a bond investor, you receive $1,000 1 year from now. $1,000 1 year from now, today, its bond price or bond value will be lower than 1,000. The reason? High value of money. All right. So P0 will be lower than 1,000. This is why this bond is discount security. All right. That means bond price is lower than the par value. Okay. The second government bond on the slide is the index bond. So government, the central government also issued the index bond that adjust for inflation. All right. So let me show you. That means the payment of coupon or the par payment will tie to the general price index. Right. So the idea is here. So let me go back to my handwritten note here. I hope you remember this equation. This is our Fisher equation, right? Real rate is nominal rate minus inflation rate, right? We know inflation is a problem. Higher inflation, lower money value, all right? So because of that, government will issue an index bond. That means the coupon payment and the par payment will adjust for inflation to make our real return is a constant. All right. For example, when the inflation rate is going up, the payment, coupon payment and the par payment will go up as well. The nominal rate will go up as well. So then our real rate will be a constant. All right, so here we just give you the concept. We don't show you the detail. All right, if you want to understand the detail about the index fund, you may refer to our higher level finance paper, for example, 302. All right, so here we just give you the concept. All right, so payment, coupon payment and the par payment, I2 are the price index. All right, to make sure the real return is a constant. Right. So next slide, we discussed the treasury bond or T bond or the long-term bond. So we have short-term bond, then we have long-term bond. So many investors view treasury, again, government bond as an attractive long-term investment because of their low credit risk. All right, so government bond, lower credit risk. Okay. So the idea is very simple. I have a note here. So government bond, low risk. The reason, government can print the money. All right, so theoretically, we think government bond has a lower risk. However, we know government might face a problem. Right? So the global financial crisis, GFC, has drastically alerted the government plan of issue treasury bond at a steady rate. The reason is the federal budget went into deficit. All right. So, for example, here the European debt crisis. Right. So government they can print the money. However, we think they might borrow too much money. Right. So I think now in the market we concern U.S. government. Right. So the U.S. government they borrow a lot of money. All right. So so there's a question. Right. But theoretically, government bond a lower credit risk. So let's make a comparison with corporate bond. So on the other hand, corporate bond, that means the bond issued by a company. All right. So corporate bond will have higher risk. The reason is company cannot print the money. All right. So this is a government security. Right. So next slide, we show you another type of government bond, the state government bond. So state government bond, the state and the territory of Australia or New Zealand have responsibility for government service such as hospital, school, pricing road, electricity, and water. So not only central government, we have local government. So local government can issue the bond to raise money, right? But their trading price will be lower than that for the central government bond. So again, the risk or the default risk or the credit risk, right? So again, my handwritten note here. I hope students you understand this idea. Present value, the bond value today, present value depends on cash flows, right? I use S, mean we have multiple cash flows, right? So for bond, we have coupon every period and the lump sum payment on the maturity date. So we have multiple cash flows. The other variable is I, interest rate. Interest rate is our discount rate, right? So I hope you remember the concept in our chapter 5. So higher risk, then higher discount rate. Higher discount rate, lower present value. This is what we learned in chapter 5. Right? So state government bond will have a lower value or lower price. The reason is here. The reason is risk. All right. Local government cannot print the money. Therefore, they have a higher risk. Higher risk, higher discount rate, lower bond value. Right. Next, we discuss corporate bond. Right. So we have government bond. For government bond, we have long-term, short-term, central government, local government. Next, we have corporate bond. So corporate bond means the bond is issued by the company, right? So corporate bond are long-term IOU, right? The debt that represent the claim against the company's asset. So debt instrument where the interest paid to investor is fixed for the life of the contract are called fixed income security. All right. So bond investor receive the interest payment. Right. That means coupon. Coupon they are fixed for the life of the bond. So the bond has another name, fixed income security. Their income is fixed. When the bond is issued, the income is fixed. So again, a comparison with stock, right? Payment to stockholder or stock investor is non-fixed. Payment to stockholder is dividend. Dividend is not a constant, right? Okay, so we have shown you several type of bond, right? The coupon bond, zero coupon bond. So zero coupon bond like a short-term government bond, no coupon, only the par payment on the maturity date. But we have more, right? We have convertible bond, callable bond, pullable bond, and more, right? So bond will have some special provision, right? So convertible, callable, and pullable, they are bond provision. So in the 302, you will know how this bond provision will affect the bond value. All right. But 101 here, we just give you a introduction. Right. So for example, callable bond, call is a right to buy. So bond issuer, that means company. The company, they have a right to buy back the bond early. You might ask me why. Okay, think about that. The bond is 10-year bond. So the company need to pay the bond investor for 10 years. Right? If the market rate now is low, that means the borrowing cost now is low. The company will issue new bond to replace the old bond because now borrowing cost is low. This is why we have callable bond, right? Pullable bond, put is a right to sell. So bond investor, they can sell back the bond to the company early, right? You might ask me why. For example, the company might go bankrupt in the near future. Then bond investor, they have the right to sell back the bond to the company early to receive the lump sum payment. So the lump sum payment, the par payment on the maturity is the most important payment of the bond. So pullable bond, bondholder then can sell back the bond to the company early. Right. So they are very difficult. They are advanced topic. By 101, we just give you the overall introduction. I just want you to know this issue. We have more discussion, right? Okay. So we finish the first topic. I hope now students you understand what are the bonds. So let's review some key concepts for you. All right. So bond features or bond characters, right? So first, I know bond is a long-term IOU, that is the debt. So make a comparison with stock. Stock represent ownership, all right? Next, bond investor receive the coupons, all right, versus stock investor receive dividend, right? Bond has a maturity date. Stock has no maturity date. For bond, we have coupon rate. So dollar coupon is the par value times coupon rate. Next, par value or face value is a lump sum payment on the maturity date versus stock. Stock has no lump sum payment. All right. So they are the bond features. All right. When you learn the bond, please make a comparison with stock. Next, we discuss different types of the bond. We have government bond versus corporate bond. Right. For government bond, we have short-term, long-term, central government versus local government. Corporate bond, we have many corporate bond, right? But here we just focus on the straight bond. That means the bond has no special provision. So you know, corporate bond will have some special provisions, such as callable, purable, convertible. All right, but we don't have time to discuss them in detail. Please refer to our Finance 302. All right, so now we are going to do the second topic, how to value the bond. So we know the bond. Next topic is the variation of the bond. So to do the variation, I know I need two key variables. One is cash flows. I highlight S. We have multiple cash flows. For bond, we have coupon and the principal payment. That means the par payment on the maturity day. The second variable is the required rate of return or discount rate. For bond, it's a market interest rate. Called the bond's year to maturity, YTM. So in the following discussion, the interest rate for bond, YTM, year to maturity, or simply yield. Right, so yield is percentage return, right? So, and I know the present value, PV, is a function of cash flows and I, the market rate, right? And I know when I do the variation, I need to draw the timeline and address the amount of money and the timing of money on the timeline, right? Then we bring all the money, all the cash flow to today to have the bond value. Right. So let's go to the next slide. We discussed the detail about the bond variation formula. So price of the bond, we use the PB, the price of bond, is the sum of the present value calculation for the coupon payments and the principal amount. So we use the C, stand for coupon payment. F stand for the face value or the principal payment on the maturity date. Right, so price of bond is the present value of coupon and the principal amount at the required rate. That is our I. So bond price is present value of each coupon payment plus present value of the principal payment. Right. Next slide, we show you the timeline. Right. So we consider a 3-year bond, par value $1,000, coupon rate 8%. So coupon payment, the dollar coupon will be $80. So after we have the information, we draw the timeline. 1, 2, 3, 3-year bond, payment $80 coupon. Year 2, $80 coupon. Year 3, maturity date, we have $80 coupon plus the lump sum payment, $1,000. Right. Next, we bring all the cash flow to today. They add up. Our market rate is 10%. Please note the market rate is not equal to coupon rate. Right. They are different. All right. Market rate is not the coupon rate. Coupon rate is used for dollar coupon. Market rate is used for present value. All right. So we have coupon and the lump sum payment par value. Then we use 10% to bring all the cash flow to today. Finally, and then now, this is our bond price. All right. So I hope students, you know the concept. For me, this is very important. All right. The calculation, later I will give you the example by Excel or by financial calculator. Right. For me, the calculation should not be a problem, but the concept is very important. All right. So we give you the formula, right? So you can see bond price is the present value of coupon plus the present value of the face value, right? So you can see 1/1 plus I. This is our discount factor, right? Next, we can rewrite the result as this, right? So bond price, in this formula, we have two parts. The first part is the present value of coupon. Right? Please refer to our chapter 6. This is the present value of annuity. All right. And the second part is the present value of the lump sum payment. Right. Okay. Right. So let me show you my handwritten note here. Okay. So in this formula, the first part is the annuity. We learned annuity in chapter 6. And the second part is the present value of the lump sum payment, right? We learned that in chapter 5, okay? So this is a formula, but for me, what I remember is the timeline, right? And in this formula, I like to highlight 5 variables in this formula. So let me highlight these 5 variables. PB, coupon payment, market rate, number of periods, and the face value on the maturity date, FN. Right. So we have 5 variables in the formula. And I remember the concept is here. Given any 4 of them, we may get the 5th. All right. So now we like to know the bond price. So given coupon, market rate, number of periods, and the face value, we may know PB. All right. So we bring a single payment, the lump sum payment, and the annuity, right, to today to have the bond value. Okay, so next slide, bond variation problem. So when we do the bond variation problem, the first tip for me is very important. Always draw a timeline for the cash flow, right? So the PMT key enter the dollar amount of an ordinary annuity for the N period. Be sure you enter the coupon PMT and the principal payment separately because the bond include 2 payments. One is coupon payment, the other one is the principal payment. All right. And the price you pay for the bond, which is a cash outflow, must enter as a negative number. This is our sign convention, right? So PNT and the principal payment face value, they are positive. The bond price today will be a negative number, right? All right, so we do the calculation using the Excel, all right? So you know, for me, it's not a problem. However, you need to draw the timeline at the first, all right? So this is our example, 5-year bond, YTN, 14%, coupon rate, 6%, maturity value, 1,000. So here I like to highlight 2 rate, YTN, 14%. So the YTN is a rate for present value calculation, all right? Coupon rate is a rate to calculate coupon payment. So you can see your coupon payment, PMT, will be $60. The coupon payment is 1,000 times 6%, $60. Then I ask students to draw the timeline, right? Draw the timeline. Finally, use the PV formula in the Excel. So PV formula is PV, function of rate, NPER, PNT and FB. So you can see I have this input variable, coupon payment 60, red, YTN 14%, number period 5, face value 1000. Then we apply the PV formula. Please note I add a negative sign in the formula to make the result positive. All right. You can also put the negative sign before PMT and the F face value. All right. Either way is fine, but I prefer using the negative sign before the PV because I know PV will be negative. All right. Okay, so this Excel is available on our Moodle page. You can use the Excel example to practice yourself, right? So we have several questions in the tutorial, and you just change the input, then you can see the result, right? Next slide, we discuss a special case. A special case is here. The YTN, the bonds yield is equal to coupon rate. So let's redo the example. Now our YTN is 6%. Coupon rate is also 6%. And you can see under this special case, bond price is $1,000. Right. So this is our conclusion. When YTN is equal to 6%, bond price is $1,000. That is the par value. Right. And I hope students know when the bond is issued, coupon rate is equal to market rate. So bond price will be equal to 1,000, right? So when the bond is issued, coupon rate will be equal to market rate, and the bond price is $1,000, right? And the coupon rate is determined and fixed when the bond is issued. So when the bond is issued, coupon rate will not change. However, the market rate I will change. Therefore, we have the interest rate risk. We will address the interest rate risk later. So you can see when the bond is issued, that means the day zero, bond price is $1,000. After that, market rate will change, so bond price will change. All right. So maybe you can refer to the U.S. government. So Donald Trump, President Trump, Donald Trump, he want the U.S. federal to lower their market rate. The reason? They want to reduce the cost of their government bond. Because when the bond is issued, coupon rate is equal to market rate. They think the market rate right now is too high. So they want to lower the market rate. When they lower the market rate, and when they issue the bond, the coupon rate will be lower because coupon rate is equal to market rate, right? Okay. So next slide, we discuss the par, premium, and discount bond. So first, we need to remember the special case. When coupon rate is equal to market rate, the bond will sell at par. All right. This is the special case we just show you. Right. Remember that? So let me show you my handwritten note here. So I know bond price is a present value. And the present value depends on cash flow and the market rate. When the coupon rate is equal to market rate, bond price is equal to par. This is a special case, right? When the bond is issued, let's say day zero, bond price is par. But after that, the interest rate will change, right? The I will change, and I is the discount rate. And we know higher discount rate, lower bond value, all right? Then we can define the par, premium, and the discount. So let me show you how I remember the result. So when market rate is equal to coupon rate, bond price is equal to par, right? This is the definition of par, right? And when I is higher than coupon rate, right? Please note, when the bond is issued, market rate is equal to coupon rate. But after that, coupon rate will not change. Market rate will change, right? If market rate is higher than coupon rate, higher market rate, higher discount rate, lower bond value. So bond price will be lower than par. This is discount, all right? Discount bond. On the other hand, if the market rate is lower than coupon rate, right? So lower market rate, that means lower discount rate. Lower discount rate, higher bond price. So bond price will be higher than the par value. Okay, so overall, we have the result here. So if the coupon rate is higher, the premium. Coupon rate is lower, discount, right? And we have result here. But this is my way to remember the result. So let me go through what I remember, all right? So I remember the special case. When the coupon rate is equal to market rate, bond price is equal to par. On the day 0, we have the result. But after day 0, market rate will change. And I know higher market rate, higher discount rate, lower bond value. All right. Therefore, we have this result. Okay. So I hope you can remember the result in a simple way. Okay. Okay. Next slide. Next slide, we are discussing the bond variation, semi-annual compounding. So in Europe, bond generally pay coupon interest on an annual basis. Annual means every year. But in contrast, in New Zealand and Australia and the United States, most bonds pay bond interest semi-annually. That is twice a year. So we have to convert the bond data to semi-annual compounding. All right, so if we have semi-annual compounding, we have to convert our bond data. All right, so let me give you the example, semi-annual coupon. So 10% coupon rate and the semi-annual coupon, face value 1,000, 20 years to maturity. Required rate is 8%. So what is the semi-annual coupon payment? How many periods are there? And what is the bond value? All right. So the key is semi-annual. You have to convert your data according to the payment frequency. So let me show you how I do the how I convert the data. All right. So you can see coupon payment now is $1,000 times coupon rate 10% divided by 2. The reason? Semi-annual. So the payment, coupon payment will be $50. Number of period, 20 years to maturity. So 20 times 2. The reason? Again, semi-annual, 40. All right. The required rate, 8%. 8% divided by 2 for our eye. Again, semi-annual. All right. So we adjust our data according to payment frequency. So they are our input. The lump sum payment face value is still $1,000. Right. So now we have the 4 input variable. We use the Excel to do the bond value or the bond price, present value. This is our result. All right. Okay. I would suggest today we just finish the topic 2. We will do the discussion on other topic on Friday. So before we go, let me review the key concept for you about the bond variation, right? So when we do the bond variation, again, I like to highlight the importance of timeline. So draw the timeline before your calculation. So the cash flow from the bond are coupon and the face value, right? So we need the coupon and the face value. Put the coupon and the face value on the timeline. Next variable is the market rate of interest, all right? We need the market rate of interest for present value calculation. And this is our bond variation formula, right? So you can see in this formula, we have two parts. The first part is annuity. Please refer to our chapter 6. The second part is a lump sum payment on the maturity date, face value. Refer our chapter 5, all right? So I don't remember this formula, to be honest. What I remember is timeline, right? And I remember coupon, face value. I know how to put the coupon and the face value on the timeline, right? And in this formula, I remember we have 5 variables. Let me go through the 5 variables for you. PB, coupon, I, FN, number of period, 5 variables. So by given any 4 of them, we may know the fifth, right? So we can calculate the bond price. And I know I need to adjust the data according to payment frequency. For example, semi-annual coupon. So we have no time to discuss the bond yield, but you know the calculation is straightforward. Bond yield is our I variable. All right, so far our discussion is to calculate bond price, PB. To calculate I, we use the same formula, all right? But given, the idea is given any 4 of them. So given the bond price, coupon, number of period, and the face value, we may know the I variable. This is a bond yield. All right, so this is the next topic. Although we don't have time to cover the topic, but you know the calculation and the concept. All right. Okay, we finished today's lecture. One more thing before we go. Let me show you the QR code. Right, student, now you can use the QR code to recall your attendance today. Thank you for attending today's lecture. I will see you on Friday.